Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to drag a boat anchor through the quagmire of the murky moors of Perfidious Manor in Darkest Dungeon. Boat anchor you say, Pete? Well, I guess it must be antiquarian time again then. And yes, it absolutely is. And we're gonna haul this antiquarian bodily through the mission by main force, just like the cast of the Fast and Furious movies do with Michelle Rodriguez every other year. Though I suppose in Buffy Summers' defense, at least with her we don't have to check her out of the Betty Ford clinic first and then pay a key grip an extra 30 grand to babysit her for every single minute of every single day of the 9 weeks that it takes to finish principal photography, just to ensure that she doesn't violate her parole by shooting syringes full of smack directly into her sinus cavity. I mean, I don't know if that's what Michelle Rodriguez does, or if that key grip that follows her around is there to prevent her from doing. But honestly, I don't really give enough of a shit about Michelle Rodriguez to know what particular brand of mind-altering substances she prefers. Hell, for all I know, Michelle Rodriguez could be really into drinking that blue stuff in Barber's jars. And I have no idea what that stuff actually is, but I bet if you drank a bunch of it, you get really fucked up. Or dead, one of the two. That stuff's supposed to kill all germs. It probably isn't really good for you to drink. But hey, what Michelle Rodriguez does off camera is nobody's business but Michelle Rodriguez. She can fucking drink copier toner and floor polish for all I care. If she wants to wander around the world just finding jars of random chemicals and drinking it, hey, you know what, Michelle? More power to you. Medium champion to explore 90% of rooms. I don't hate that. What have we got in the ruins, though? It sort of is my medium... It's sort of my high-level dungeon of choice, because it feels like it's the easiest. We haven't been to the Cove in a while, though. What do you got down in the Cove? Medium champion, complete 100% of room battles, activate 3 protective wards. I kind of feel like maybe activating 3 corrupted altars is the way to go. Although anything where we have to carry stuff is typically bad, especially if we're going to be rolling with an antiquarian. And how has Buffy managed to live this long without level 5 skills? Probably because every time I'm in the position to take Buffy into a dungeon, it's because... Wait, do you have level 5 skills? Or do you not have anything, Buffy? Are you just that shitty? No, I don't want to go to the Abbey, though. There we go, the blacksmith. You know, Buffy, get cheap. Fine, I'll waste the cash. Is it really a waste? In all likelihood, yeah, it's probably a waste. Buffy doesn't have level 4 skill. Well, okay, there's only so much cash I'm gonna waste on you, Buffy. I'm sorry, but I have limits, ma'am. We could try the Cove. Nah, you know what? Let's do the ruins. The ruins is fine. We definitely don't need Hell's Hairpin. Is there a trinket or something that we really, really want? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Well, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Hashtag fuck the wield. Okay, admittedly, my Spice Girls jam fell apart there at the end because they weren't, you know, they predate the hashtag. Still, I feel like there's potential. So what's the rest of this team gonna consist of? We're saddled with a boat. We got the boat anchor. Fine. What are we gonna do to work around the boat anchor? Actually, I think we can put the boat anchor in position 2. Does all your shit work from 2? Well, I mean, fortifying vapors doesn't. What about, like, festering vapors? It does. Okay, well, here, fine. Swap those. You're going to be a number 2 slot antiquarian, because basically your job, Buffy, on this one is going to be to just wander around and touch stuff. Wander around, touch stuff, lick doorknobs, you know, the general antiquarian paradigm. I really don't want to have to tote stuff into the dungeon, but the ruins just seems much easier than everywhere else. I'm going to the ruins. What else is this team going to consist of? Why not throw in a Mary Walker, because she's good. Catherine Bishop, we're probably going to need you next mission. Any of these guys object to, you have rabies and vampiric spirits. Any of these guys object to an abomination? None of them seem to care. Do we have somebody that could heal this? John Constantine, you haven't been on a mission in a coon's age. I think, yeah, this seems like a good opportunity for John Constantine to brush the dust off a little bit, sort of sharpen his skills, if you will. Let's make this happen. Plus, I'm still trying to come to grips with the abomination and figure out exactly what it is they're supposed to be good for. I've sort of come to the conclusion that I kind of feel like maybe they're just not good for anything. Some classes maybe just sort of suck. Bonus damage would be nice. What else could we give you that's useful? What's the other abomination padlock thing that we've got, dude? We have another abomination only item. Bonus stun skill, bonus blight skill. Honestly, I don't really feel like you're going to be stunning or blighting. Bonus protection is respectable. Really, I'd rather just have you give you damage and let you murder. Do you have any objection to, like, just getting a bunch of damage, turning into a werewolf, and murdering all of our foes? What do your skills look like, by the way, Alex? Can you do any of this from the first position? No. No. Yes. So you can only heal and turn into a... You know what? Fine. You're just going to be a godless monster the whole mission. I don't really care. Buffy, what trinkets are you going to take? It doesn't matter. We'll give you the Ancestors map, because I like giving you that thing. What else? Don't we have some antiquarian only? A Candle of Life. Bonus to healing skills, which we're not going to have equipped. Call me crazy. Maybe that doesn't seem that useful. Let's try something a little different. Don't we have something that's like bonus blight skill? Can you use blight skills from the second spot? You can. Well, bully. We found that sounds like a winner to old Perfidious Pete. Anything we can give you that just has bonus blight, then. It's got to be a blight amulet or something around here. Come on, where is it? Stun amulet? No, no. Surgeon's charm, bag of marbles. Survival guide is interesting. We'd have huge scouting opportunities. Something here has to be bonus blight. I know one of these is bonus blight. Which one is it? There we go. The Hag's Ladle. Sorted. Serve it up. Serve it up. Soup's on. Love the bloody herb. Wish I had more opportunity to use it, but we don't, because for this old badass Mary Walker here, it's our standard blasphemous vial on our poisoned herb. I never know what trinkets to give John Constantine, because honestly, occultists do not have bonus stun, bonus debuff, bonus crit, and a small penalty. You know, it's all bonus. That thing is such crap, though. It's all bonuses across the board, which it seems like it should be more useful than it actually always turns out. You know what? No, I'm not even giving you that. Is there something we can do that just gives you bonus healing? I mean, I know we could give you Genia's Head, which is a lot of healing. Is there something else we could do that gives you bonus healing, though? Because I'd kind of prefer to do that. Bonus protection. No, what's the other? Bonus damage and here, sure. Take a sacrificial cauldron, because that item actually doesn't suck. Bonus damage and high torchlight, bonus accuracy, but also bonus stress. Those things are not really going to work well with what we've got working so far. Book of Rage only helps if you're really hurt. What's the Accursed Incense do? Bonus debuff, skill, bonus move, small penalty to HP. It's honestly, it's not terrible. It's just not really what we're looking for. There's got to be something better for you. We can't double up on sacrificial cauldrons, or I'd consider it. Maybe we just give you something that's like minus stress. What if we just give you minus stress something like the mustache wax? Now, where's the minus stress thing? One of the Ancestors things gives you less. All it does is reduce your stress. I know I'm not hallucinating this. One of these Ancestors items does nothing but make you take less stress, right? Or I'm insane. There's one that just gives you bonus virtue chance, but that I don't want. Just something that makes us less stressful, man. I want a nice peaceful foray through the dungeon. Here, just take a Book of Holiness. Fine. That's gonna go well with your occultist nature. I'm a contradiction in terms. Look at me, John Constantine, darkest dungeon hipster. He's like, oh sure, I'm an occultist, and I summon forth the powers of the darkness to do battle with the darkness. I'm fighting fire with fire. But also, I was really into the Koran before that Muhammad cat even heard of it. Way to go, John Constantine. Fucking hipster douche. We always secretly suspected. We all secretly suspected. So let's provision this ragtag bag of misfits and go see if a bag of misfits? I think I kind of like that. A ragtag bag of misfits is the new paradigm. Screw your band of misfits. I'm bringing this sack of misfits into this dungeon to see what they can do. I don't want that much anti-venom, though. 1 medicinal herb. Holy water, 1 is fine. A skeleton key in case we find the super secret room. And then I'm just going to take our standard 14 torches. We're almost broke. Let's get this done and haul back a massive fistful of cash. Again, just like the cast of the Fast and Furious movies do after they drag... I'm going to stop talking about Michelle Rodriguez. I really shouldn't fire shots. Besides, I think we all know that Jordana Brewster is really the weakest member of that cast. Michelle Rodriguez at least has attitude. What's Jordana Brewster got? Nothing. Just nothing. This map will help us in our quest to scout these corrupted altars as well. It will make it much easier to find them. Antiquarian, you touch everything. Buffy touches everything. Why are you guys getting the resolve bonus? Has one of these guys been into a darkest dungeon? I didn't think any of these guys were dungeon veterans. I will take your rare antique, though. That's 1,000 gold in a box. Swamp Thing. Not impressed by your trap, by the way. Curious is the trap maker's art. It's kind of shitty and sort of a dick. It's a bit of a dick move on the trap maker's part, admittedly. He's kind of a douche nozzle. Where's John? I really want to hear Wayne June say the words douche nozzle. Curious is the douche maker's art. Specifically because I don't know what a douche actually does. You're a backtracker. Well, congratulations. I should make it easier when you go about trying to fumigate the vagina, which is sort of what a douche actually does. Also, I just like the phrase fumigate the vagina. Lot of room battles down here. Are you a quest object? No. Room battle with treasure. Well, can't resist treasure. Also, secret rooms, and also theoretically there could be a quest item down here. And I think the odds are pretty good that there is a quest item down there. Now, don't touch stuff with Buffy around, though, Mary Walker. Let Buffy handle the touching, please. The touching is Buffy's job. We brought her along for this specific purpose. Let her exercise her one mandate. This is a real you had one job scenario. Let Buffy handle the one job. Room battle with Curio. I don't know if that Curio can be or is the quest item, but we're going to find out either way. Who's got the best disarm? Who has the most stress? You know what? Fuck it. Buffy, just handle it. Yeah, we could have swapped the map around and shuffled a bunch of skills. Tried to increase our chance of getting stress relief on somebody else who needed it, but I don't really feel like it's worth the time. Do I really want to invest that much time in something that totally isn't really going to matter at all? I mean, this is like the sub-squadron of our sub-squadron. This is the D team. If these were celebrities, every member of this team would be Kathy Griffin. Let's just put it that way. Clawing. I expected to get more damage out of that, considering the fact that we have... Well, there's some nice damage from John Constantine. I expected to get a little more damage from that, though, considering we have a damage buff working. Mary Walker, we're going to go for the stun, as opposed to the blight, and... +5 dodge, bonus protection, you're guarded by your ally. Really, I think maybe we just start... Here, just fester this man. We'll get the blight working early. Somebody should be tossing some blight around since our plague doctor is otherwise engaged. Really didn't need to start that off. It's a little early for that shit, isn't it, Darkest Dungeon? First shot out of the box and it's a critical. I'm not sure what the Swamp Thing said there, but he looks real pissed off. Alright, we got a little blight churning on that, man. Let's get a little blight churning on this back rank as well. Constantine, we could heal, but I think if we have you go for the damage, we might be able to get some kills out of this stacked blight. How much health has this guy gotten? Too much. Gwarg, he's angry. This is why I think Antiquary... I actually didn't mean to say Antiquarian there. This is why I think Abominations may just genuinely be shitty. Every time we've taken an Abomination into a dungeon, I've been incredibly disappointed with the results. They just don't do anything. Throw this at him. It's not going to be fatal damage, but if Alex Olsen can actually land a fucking hit, maybe we'll get something. Okay, we got one kill. Would like to get a heal off. Don't win a speed roll. Good. John Constantine's got a chance to patch up Mary Walker. Nice output from the weird reconstruction, and we could even take a kill here with old Buffy Summers. All right, respectable levels of treasure here. What are we going to throw on the ground in favor of the treasure? We definitely need this minor antique. So I think we burn a torch, throw one torch on the ground, take the minor antique. I want the gold, too. So, adios medicinal herbs. Give me the gold. The jade I could do without. Bandages so long. We can cure blights and bleeds. Sapphire. I'll take the anti-venom because we've already got a stack. And the jade can sit on the floor. The treasure chest... I'm just going to leave that for a minute. Maybe we'll get it on the way back once we've had a chance to use a few extra items. Oh, good. A stress attack fight. This should be fun. Nice dodge from the team, though. We definitely want to stun these guys. If we can stun that Howling Ghoul, that's going to pay some serious dividends come winter. Ghouls, it's well known, by the way, are only active during springtime. Weakening curse. I'm thinking about it. It won't help against the stress, though, which is really what we're more concerned about from the ghoul than any actual damage he might do. So let's go ahead and start some blight working on him. If we can stack Buffy's blight together with the blight from our plague doctor, we should get some respectable output. And we're also going to be taking some stress from having an abomination on a team, which is definitely suboptimal. More blight on this ghoul, though. The problem is, to get any damage out of this blight, we have to let the ghoul do stuff, which is bad. I don't want to let the ghoul do stuff. You know, he's got 6 damage. I really don't want to give this guy 7 more turns. How big is that bleed? Not that big. It's big enough, but it's not overwhelmingly large. 5 damage. The critical is nice. Little cheap stress relief. Flurry of Claws is bad. An attempted move there, but we resist. Put some more blight on this ghoul. Really, we probably should be throwing those blight attacks at the gargoyles. Might be smarter. Alright, well, the ghoul has fatal damage, so this is the last thing he gets to do. And it was dodged! Haha, you died in futility. We call that the Paul Walker method. Aw. Too soon? Is it too soon? I don't think it's too soon. Smash this man in the head with your face. Or whiff. That's the other nice thing you might do. Just throw a big ol' whiff. Get some festering vapors on that guy. Catches a debuff. We're going to go for the heal. 12 is respectable from John Constantine. Maybe not as much as we might have liked, but probably good enough to get the job done. Buffy a heal. This guy wins a speed roll. He drops dead, so we don't really have to worry about him. We're just going to go ahead and throw more blight at our gargoyle friend. Now everybody dies as soon as they get a chance to go. We get 1 free action? Hey, we get a free action here. Just festering vapors and Buffy. In the hopes that maybe we can get another action out of this. Nope. He won the speed roll. Fine. So, drink this holy water, because I don't want to just let it go to waste. Pick up everything we can carry. This ruby is worth 1,000 gold. I really don't want to leave that lying on the ground, but we'd have to get rid of something else. So, you know what? Drink that holy water. Take the ruby. Throw the citrine on the floor. What's in the box, though? One day, it will be Gwyneth Paltrow's head. I have faith that one day it will be Gwyneth Paltrow's head. One day. And we did not find any of our quest objects, so that has made this a completely spurious waste of time. This entire hallway was pointless. I'm actually really liking the stun, have John Constantine hit the 2 back guys. This lets us rack up a lot of damage on the 2 rearmost enemies before they really get a chance to do anything at all. And surprisingly, Buffy's Blight has also been doing some small modicum of work. If only we could somehow get a little stress mitigation in this party as well. Theoretically, that would be one way that the makers of Darkest Dungeon, if they were inclined to do any class balancing, I know maybe it's a little late for that, but maybe give the Antiquarian some manner of stress relief skill. If she had one skill that could relieve stress, even like not, it wouldn't even have to be a lot of stress, just like a little bit of stress relief occasionally, you would see her take, she'd be going on a lot more journeys, that's for damn sure. She'd get a lot more Hobbit action. She'd be going there and back again way more frequently than she is now. Death by inches. Well, we don't have to hit that guy again. No fatal damage this time, but we will have fatal damage next time. Speaking of fatal damage, we got a couple people who are real banged up here. John Constantine, I think you're going to have to throw some heals, buddy. The graveyard slash. Oh, good. A critical was just what we needed. Terrible salt cannot be left unanswered. You're gonna be fine. Let's go ahead and heal. In fact, let's go ahead and heal ourselves. The Plague Doctor is way more important than the Antiquarian. Good, that was the perfect opportunity for a 3-point heal. Thanks, John. Your contributions to the war effort are just monstrously huge. Kill this guy, because I don't want to get a chance that he hits us. Alright, a little bit of stress relief, some healing for our abomination, medicinal herbs, which I guess here, just get rid of this debuff, because why not? We might as well use it for something. We can't carry any more gold. We could eat a whole stack of food, or we could camp. I don't really want to do either of those things. We don't have any holy water, but we can still have the antiquarian touch this fountain. She found gold that we can't carry. No, I'm taking 1,000 gold. I'll just throw that anti-venom on the ground. And now we have an absolute truckload of backtracking to do. We're going to get some stress because I'm going to do this in the inky darkness. We have at least one room battle to get through. Oh, there's a quest location. Well, good, because we need to get some quest locations here to get them out of our inventory. Buffy found a trap, which she resisted. Speaking of traps, we're going to get a little free stress relief for Buffy, specifically. Not that she needs it. She does have the best trap disarm. Oh, Pete, you should definitely be swapping around your trap. I don't really think... Do I really need 8 stress relief on people I'm probably never going to take into a dungeon again, by the way? This is a team that's not likely to ever, once again, set foot in any dungeon that's relevant or important in any fashion. Is it really important that I swap trinkets around to try and just maximize my stress relief here? I think that's min-maxing to no real benefit. There's min-maxing for a purpose, and then there's min-maxing just for the sake of min-maxing, and I don't really want to do a whole lot of the latter. Here, Buffy, consecrate that. And then crawl inside this torture device. Up! Blast it all. Well, Buffy's probably claustrophobic now, but honestly, that may have gotten rid of a worse quirk than it gave us. Buffy's got a lot of really bad ones. We're going to crank our light level up to 75 here, just because we do have a room battle. And we have surprised our enemy, which means no stun this time. We go straight for damage. So throw that at him. That's 2. And a blight, more importantly, and a blight. You transform. Start flailing wildly at our enemies. She did some respectable aggregate damage there. You get some blight, more blight. And then give me the long-range bomb. That's potentially beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. The only thing I gave a single shit about killing was the stress unit. These guys just do damage, and I'm not really that worried about damage. I love that Alex Olsen at the first time the chips are down, our antiquarian immediately rushes to the forefront while the Swamp Thing cowers. Buffy is stunned. I find that I don't really care much about that. I'm not worried about it. Mary Walker getting off a little bit of early blight damage. Alex Olsen killing that one dude whose name we can never remember. He's just some, I don't know, what is that guy? Some kind of rabble. Somebody finally took a shot at John Constantine, but he managed to dodge it. A respectable level of healing from Constantine. He's finally starting to show some chops here, which is good because Buffy's taking the shield to the face. Managed to resist both. You have 7 hit points. Okay, you don't have fatal damage, but now you do. You do not have fatal damage, but now you do. So we don't have to do anything else offensive for the rest of this fight. Let's concentrate on D'ing it up a little bit. We'll go for the battlefield bandage, take the 3. We'll de-transform. Once we've de-transformed, we do still have an action here, so we'll just ablution. And Constantine, I'm going to have you heal Mary Walker. All right, 9 is respectable. Didn't you have a blight on you a minute ago, sir? I seem to remember leaving some poison in your general vicinity. Did you somehow lose it? Here, just kill him. We should have just taken a 3-point heal, but we had no way to know Buffy was going to win that speed roll. All right, Buffy, open the chest. Contents are mine. We're getting a lot of rare antiques here. These are useful. Give me these crests because we need 1 billion of them, but we also kind of need 1 billion busts. I need 1 billion busts and also 1 billion crests. Oh, Perfidious Pete is in need of 1 billion busts. I'd settle for just a pair of busts, really. I like boobs, is what I'm saying. I like boobs. They're real fun. Crests are, yeah, they're good. Well, that was pretty awesome. The one time Swamp Thing decides to do something is the one time it absolutely doesn't matter, even a tiny bit. Genius. Yeah, overconfident, slow, insidious killer. You know who else was a slow and insidious killer? Dexter, but you don't hear me talking about him, except probably every other episode, roughly. Pete, you talk a lot about Dexter. Yeah, well, it was a good show. What's not to like? Got a curio here. Antiquarian. Oh, no, come on. Mary Walker, why you gotta be so curious, though? Yeah, of course her history of sin is too much to bear. She got like 8 trillion stress for that. We could have just let Buffy go explore it. That's why we brought her along. And yes, delightful. It's going to be nothing but stress attacks now. Perfect. Well, we're going to camp after this fight because there's no way I'm going to let somebody get an affliction. If I can help it. We may not be able to kill this asshole in a single turn. I'm going for the damage method here. Nobody's really all that hurt. It is going to require us to probably win a speed roll in order to pull it off, though. Unless we can stack some festering vapors on there. What you got? 9 is not enough. Oh, shit. This may afflict... Yep, I'm the world's dumbest man. Ho, 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 ho! Suck it, Darkest Dungeon. How y'all liking that? Oh, Mary Walker. Little Typhoid Mary when the chips are down. She holds her hand up and just says, nah, talk to the hand, bitch. I'm not having any of this stupid shit. Take your garbage and take it elsewhere. I'm done. That's it. No more of this. You want to critical my antiquarian? I don't care if she lives or dies. Do whatever you feel. You have 9 here. There's no reason for somebody else to take a stress attack if they don't have to, and now that's fatal damage. And we can throw poison at this guy in the hopes that Swamp Thing will be able to finish off the gargoyle. Also, you should probably heal. Alright, 15's respectable, although the bleed is unpleasant. We healed for 15 and hit her with a 9-point bleed, and then Alex Olsen cut some dudes in half. I'm just not sold on that. I'm just not sold on the Abomination. When they work well, they work well, but they so rarely work well. Just kind of feels like they're not worth it. This could have just been before. Yeah, triumphant pride, dizzying fall, blah, blah, blah. I still want to hear you say bag of douche, Wayne June. I still want to hear you say the words douche nozzle, Wayne. Douche nozzle. I'm waiting. This is the content update that Perfidious Pete wants. I want the douche nozzle update.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that citrine on the floor. Citrine's almost never worth it, and I think it's probably time for us to camp. Some scouting would be real nice here, though. Oh, no scouting. Well, let's toss the old campsite down. We're going to feast. We may wind up ultimately getting some stress and damage from not being able to heal. Curious Incantation is garbage. Trinket Scrounge will do if we have some extra time. Anger Management. You get plus 20 stress, everybody else loses 10. Alternative, so this is a net gain of 10 stress, which makes it objectively bad. I mean, it's worse than Encourage from stress management. Encouraging is better. Eldritch Blood. No, I don't want to do any of that. I guess we'll just have you encourage, say you. I'm not going to encourage the person who already has the virtue. What can you do? You can encourage. All right, encourage Alex Olsen. You can encourage, I don't know, 17, 23. Olsen is fine. Even though Olsen does have a stress heal, I suppose encouraging him is probably objectively the wrong move. Anybody got a disease we want to get rid of? You have vampiric spirits. Why the hell not cure it? Here, take some leeches. Oh, Sawbones, Plior. Damn it, you cured his rabies, though. Didn't need to do that. Anybody else need disease cured? Actually, this one I think only works on yourself. It's self-medicate. Yeah, we can only heal ourselves. Anybody else have just a disease? We do have the cure also. Anybody diseased at all? Any of you riddled with illness? Got the ague, scurvy, dropsy, scrofula, housemaid's knee, poor man's gout. Any of those things afflicting you currently? Dark strength. Nah, that's crap. Alright, scrounge a trinket then. What do we get? Maybe a torch? Not really sure. Well, this is over. Everybody's real happy. No nighttime ambush is nice. Let's just finish. Come on, let's just get this over with. Darkest Dungeon. Let's just let this be done, shall we? We both know I'm gonna win here. The outcome of this one is never in any kind of doubt. 7 damage from Buffy's dagger is not amazing, but it's something. Followed up with 11 damage here, and we can chase that with a single blight. Wow, I gotta give himself 15 stress relief. And as long as that sticks, which it did, that man is dead. I suppose we could transform.
Annihilated.
Yeah, it turns out that was probably a quality transformation right there. I think we may have gained stress relief from the transformation. We only picked up 11. I guess we lost 2, because we picked up 11 for doing it, and we got 9. The hero inhales foul vapors, but resisted the disease. You can't foul vapors, plague doctor. They're inhaling foul vapors all day long. It's what they do for a living. It's like they're a perfume sniffer in a perfume factory, except that it's just a really low-quality perfume factory. They're like, he works in whatever perfume factory makes youth do. Smells like your grandma all the time. He's like, everything smells like grandma's. And they're like, perfect, the formula is working. Everything smells like grandma. That's exactly the scent we were looking for. I was going to disarm that, but I was talking about the smell of grannies, and then I got distracted. They do smell appealing. Yep, well, we were worried about that.
Gnawing hunger sets in.
Oh, gnawing hunger. We're going like an extra 5 minutes without dinner. It's a gnawing hunger that chews at your guts like a starving rat. Or maybe we're just a little peckish because we went 10 minutes without a meal. What are we, American? Come on. This fight is actually going to be... Oh, we got the surprise. Never mind. I say this fight may actually be a little troublesome, but I've rescinded that immediately. We're going to start poisoning this guy. Then we go for the poison here. I mean, we really have no choice but to transform, as much as I don't necessarily want to transform here. Can we slam? Da, 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 da. Let the boys be boys. All right, I was hoping we might get the push there. We did not. Respectable damage. Well, if we had been able to win a speed roll, we could have saved ourselves 8 trillion stress, but if you want to throw it at someone, Mary Walker is technically the right target for that particular attack. It's going to do next to nothing. John Constantine's also good. I don't really care about his stress levels. Those two are already dead. Antiquarian taking 23 damage, quite a bit. Yep, see, you can throw goop at us all day. We don't care. Throw goblets of blood in our face. Goblet of Blood would be the great name for like a metal band. What's the name of your band, Pete? Goblet of Blood. Goblet of Blood would definitely have to be like a Judas Priest cover band, though. You dead yet? No? Alright, well here. I'll just undo all that damage you did to Buffy Summers with a single heal. You're blighted for 12. Ground pounding is not going to get you out of this, especially when we all dodge it. And this should be very close to fatal damage. If Buffy hits him with a blight too, it will be fatal damage. You know what? I'm confident enough that I'm just going to do this. Get some stress relief and absolve myself. I absolve myself from participating in the remainder of this battle because we already have fatal damage on this guy. He's going to take 21 the next time he takes an action. Count Constantine and heal himself for 0. Perfect work, Constantine. That's exactly what we've come to expect from you, to be frank. So we definitely want this trinket because it's worth a whole bunch of money. So let's drop this, drop that. Probably ought to get rid of all 4 of these shovels that we picked up. They've proven themselves to be desperately useful. Focus ring, yes. Sturdy greaves, can we just sell that? No, we can discard it, but we can't sell it. I guess we'll just drink the holy water. Somebody want to poke the thing, Buffy? I'm looking at you here because poking stuff is your job. And we're done. All right. How did we do cash-wise? Pretty damn good, actually. We should be making quite a little killing on this mission. Am I going to continue adventuring? Hell no, we're going back to the hamlet. There's jars full of Barbicide for us to drink. Tastes like combs and dead lice. Also, I was joking about drinking the blue stuff at a barbershop. You should definitely not drink Barbicide. That shit is unspeakably toxic. Even a small amount of it can straight up kill you. It's a germicide, a fungicide, and a viruside. That stuff kills everything. The only thing I really know about Barbicide is that I used to go get my hair cut at a very small town barber shop in little town in Missouri. At like an old school barber. It was 3 old middle-aged dudes with glasses, all overweight and jowly. You know, exactly what you would expect from like a middleweight barber shop. Take the cast of the movie Barbershop and then move that barber shop from Harlem to Springfield, Missouri. And then you have, it would be exactly what you would expect from that setting. And one of the barbers once when I was getting my haircut was boasting about the fact that Barbicide would kill even the HIV virus. He seemed really strangely focused on the fact that it killed HIV. Thanatophobia, replaced the Blutomania. Meditator replaced Beast Slayer. So double downgrade then for the Swamp Thing. Fantastic. Ruins Phobe got replaced by Off Guard, which is very bad. Calm got replaced by... Okay, replaced bad guy. Okay, it's downgrades all around then. Except for John Constantine, who is now God-fearing. Seems like a man who once brokered a deal with the devil wouldn't really be that afraid of God, but fuck me, what do I know? You have to ask Garth Ennis if you want the actual answer to that question, because Perfidious Pete didn't write that comic. What do we get? I was so busy talking about John Constantine, I didn't put 33% resolve on the ruins and bonus damage in the ruins. Well, it's not terrible were it not for the fact that Slade Wilson and his merry band of killers here is ready to go do a merry band of killing. Unless there is one situation where I might... Okay, well, I was going to say there is one situation where I might consider postponing that little foray, which was if we had a level 3 Jester. I'm going to take Drool here. Also, your name is Drool, man. They just misspelled it. That's real mean. You know this kid got... This kid spent like his whole late grade school, junior high career being constantly poked fun at, and it was undeserved. He didn't get to pick his own name. His parents named him. I'm sure as soon as he turned 18, the first thing he did was go down to the courthouse and fucking change that shit. I still feel sorry for him, though. But that was, as I was saying before I interrupted myself with talk of Drool here, the one thing that would have changed my mind, I would have done another delaying mission if we could have gotten a level 3 Jester. I would have taken a level 3 Jester, 3 members of the Fantastic Four, gone into the ruins with bonus EXP, the EXP trinket, and the XP bonus for adventuring with people who have completed the Darkest Dungeon run, and tried to get our Jester from 3 to 5 in one turn so that we could have taken him into the Darkest Dungeon. Looks like that plan, however, is not going to work. So I guess we're going to go with this standard team. The only problem is that team, they're good, but they got no stress relief of any kind. But maybe stress relief is not necessary, because we do have a whole bunch of camping abilities. We're just going to need to make sure we have all the right camping skills. It should be an interesting roll into the next layer of the Darkest Dungeon, but that's going to have to wait till next time. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really means a lot. If you'd like to see more Darkest Dungeon and more diatribes on whether or not you should drink jars of random chemicals that you find on the ground, what's this? Lithium trisulfate. Well, I'll try a sulfate. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'll encourage you to do that, but you should not listen to me. I'm an idiot who plays video games on the internet. But if you want to hear me suggest stupid things to do, I consider subscribing as well. Right now, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Don't drink the shit in a barber's jar.